Good morning, Great Britain. It's Tuesday the 6th of June, which I've just realised is the anniversary of the D-Day landings. So respect and remembrance go out to all the men that died on that horrific day when we started the journey to take back Europe. Something which some of the European countries would do well to remember. Right guys, I seem to have a lot I want to talk about today, and it's all jumbling about in my head at the moment. Thanks Wellington, yeah, cheers for that mate. Enough feathers? Sorry if you haven't met him, this is my second in command at the moment, and this is Wellington. I could do with some, yeah, some better in command second in commands, more intelligent second in commands. Sounds like I could do with a more intelligent first in command. So if you want to forward yourself, please do. This is obviously for BritishWarriorWithin.com. The group is growing and growing and growing. Sorry, I've got a feather in my eye now. Thank you for that, Wellington. Wow. So the first thing I would like to cover this morning, I started the petition 3-4 days ago, maybe a bit longer than that. It was with change.org, and it was when I realised that we need to be armed. We need to be able to defend ourselves, whether it be carrying a knife to try and fight off a knife attacker, whether it be carrying a pistol to fight off somebody with a gun. Whatever you can afford is what it says in our constitution, basically, is we are allowed to defend ourselves and our country by whatever means that we can afford, or words to that effect, you know, they put that in 1668 or whatever it was. But this still stands. The government have overridden it with statutes and acts and bollocks and crap and shit. And what they've done is they've taken our ability to defend ourselves and to defend our country. And this is why we've now got an invasion of migrants that are going around murdering us all. Please don't make that much noise, Wellington, because you will talk over me. There's a good boy. I'm sorry about Wellington, but he's probably the guy that keeps me sane on my lonely days when I'm at home on my own. So we don't shut you away, do we? Right? Sorry about that, all a bit emotional there. Ooh, look at the tears. Yeah, so, guns, bazookas, machine guns, bombs, whatever it takes, surely, to defend ourselves. Oh, I can't get used to talking without any teeth at all. I do talk some bollocks sometimes, I do apologise. I hope these few peculiarities add to the videos rather than detract from them. Back to guns and arming ourselves. My question to the government is, what right have they got to say to us that if somebody jumps out of the back of a van, comes running at us with a knife, that we are not allowed to carry something upon our person to defend ourselves against that attack? If they could protect us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, then maybe they would have a cut. They can't protect us for 5 minutes a day, 1 day a week. So they have no right to do that. And this government is there for us, the people. It is there to protect the people, to do the people's will. It's not there as some kind of high and mighty, we rule over you. You don't fucking rule over us. Any laws that you are supposed to make are supposed to be a consensus formed by the majority of the population that feel that that law is needed. You're not doing that. You're making up your own fucking laws, doing what you fucking well want. And it's not good enough. And it's going to stop. I cannot believe we've got an election in 2 days' time. 2 days! 2 fucking days! Do you think that these terrorist attacks were a coincidence that they happened so close to the election? It's to throw our minds into disarray. I personally, who do you vote for? Theresa May, the bleating artificial intelligence that's got no emotion, no empathy. It could be the Terminator quite easily. Jeremy Corbyn, the IRA sympathiser. The man who says the terrorists are misunderstood. They should be allowed to bomb us, basically, he says. And Tim Fallon, the moronic little Weasley. He's a non-starter, we know that. But it's now looking like Labour might have a chance of at least causing a hung parliament. What chance will we have of arming ourselves then? With Corbyn? Corbyn making decisions. His own party hates him. He's only kept in by, I would assume, the globalists. Theresa May is doing her damnedest to throw the election. I think she wants a hung parliament. She doesn't want to be ousted. But if there's a hung parliament, then Brexit will go straight out the fucking window. Everything that the patriots in this country have fought for, including UKIP, Nigel Farage, etc., but also the millions of ordinary patriots behind it, all that would have been for nothing. These things do not happen by chance. You look at it and you think, oh, that's a coincidence, isn't it? It's not a coincidence. It's planned. It's worked out. They've got reasonings behind everything that they do. There are videos out there at the moment that will make you rethink the attack on London Bridge. I don't want to do that because I don't want to think the way they're thinking and be wrong and then insult those that die. I've just done the minute silence at 11 o'clock because we owe that to those people that almost certainly did die. I think what is in question is who killed them. You see people who were in police uniforms getting changed behind vans, and one guy getting into almost exactly, if not exactly, the same clothing as one of the terror suspects, but he's still got his police cap sort of tilted on at an angle which an ordinary officer wouldn't have their hat. And he's got the beard, and he's got tattoos, something which is not allowed in Islam. And in the picture of him supposedly shot dead on the floor with his arms like this, when, as somebody pointed out to me, gravity would make them fall like that. He's actually holding his arms up there. You can see the tattoos on his arms. I am making no judgment. I ask you to Google London Bridge false flag and make your own decision. Make up your own mind. I am undecided. I don't know. All I know is those people were almost certainly killed and injured and maimed. I'm just not so sure now who was responsible for it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Islamic terror doesn't exist, because it fucking well does. I don't go into that too much because I do get flipping angry over it. Right, I talked about the gun issue. Let me know what you think. And please, if you believe in that, go and find my petition. It's on Facebook. Wellington, shush. You can either go to British Warrior Within, the Battle versus Islam. That's a Facebook group. Or you can go to British Defence Militia. That's a Facebook group. Also, it's on a lot of the other anti-Islam groups. There's also been a lot of talk about what the leftist agenda is. And I think the leftists must be part of I don't know whether they're being run by, influenced by, but they're definitely part of the globalist plot. This is something I never really wanted to go into. I started off doing the videos about globalism and the New World Order. And now it's moved down to being more specific about the problems we have with Islam. But these problems are all caused by the globalist agenda. That is the 300 or more now, possibly, richest families in the world that have run the world for centuries because of money and power. They are the people that have caused the world wars. They are the people that have funded both sides in the world wars. The reason they funded both sides is because they make their money back times 10 when people start buying arms off of them from both sides. So they cause the wars and then they profit from the wars. Why do you think there are so many wars and over, if you think about it, such trivial things? Especially the First World War. Somehow Prince Ferdinand gets shot. And the only reason he got shot was because somehow the driver of his horse carriage, he turned down the wrong street, or went the wrong way down the street. And by chance, there was an assassin. These assassins had tried to get him with a grenade earlier. But apparently this assassin just happened to be down this street, the wrong one, the way they went the wrong way, and he was shot and killed. And that, with an escalation of this, that and another, was the cause of all those deaths in World War I. That wasn't an accident. That was planned. The assassination was planned. It went wrong to start with. The grenade didn't work. So they got the driver to take him down the wrong way down the road where they knew one of the assassins was waiting. It's simple when you know how. The reason the globalism and the New World Order is starting to fall apart is because of this. The internet. Me talking to you. You talking to someone else. We're educating the world on what is really going on. We now know facts that we thought were absolute bullshit years ago, or there are facts that we thought we knew that we now know are bullshit. I don't want to start getting into that part of it because that gets very deep, it gets very contentious, and it will divide a room like that. But let's just say we've been told a hell of a lot of lies. Hell of a lot of lies. And this has been in order to keep us under control. The only thing I will say, I shouldn't really. How do you think on a spinning globe, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, all those oceans, how they don't just fall off? And it's got nothing to do with centrifugal force, because it's huge. Have a tennis ball, get it soaking wet and spin it, the water flies off everywhere. But as I said, it will divide a room, no problem. So I've got to get off of that now. What was next, Wellington? Sunday. No, so I wasn't talking about Sunday. Saturday. God's sake, sort yourself out, boy. Yeah, you lot out there. If I don't see you up at Sunderland on Saturday the 10th, I'll be coming round your house and giving you a slap round the face with a wet fish. You owe it. No, you don't owe it to her. You didn't do it. But we should, as a country, be there to support poor old Chelsea Wright, the girl gang raped by migrants. We all know what Islam is. I think the perversion, the rape, the paedophilia side of it is actually worse than the violence side of it. Don't get me wrong, the violence could get out of hand any minute, any day, any second. But at this moment, it's what they're doing to our kids, your kids. And if we don't get justice for this poor woman, then there's no hope for any of us. If you haven't heard of it, I don't know what rock you've been living under. I'll quickly tell you that she was drugged, gang raped by a group of 6 illegal immigrants. And they had DNA evidence. They had a witness to her escaping, virtually naked, them trying to pull her back in by her hair. Independent witness, this is. And they chose to put these people in a safe house, then release them without charge. And despite 2 protest marches so far, Amber Rudd has still decided that they're not going to prosecute them. Well, you got yourself a 3rd march. And this time I hope there'll be tens of thousands there, not just the 1,000-2,000 that there was last time. I'm getting a feeling actually Sunderland isn't as big a place as I thought it was. Because when I looked at the map of it, it didn't look massive. But I'm sure you will correct me on that. So, I know Sunderland, if you're not close to Sunderland, it is a bloody long journey. I've got a 6-hour journey there, and I'm going to have to stay overnight and drive back the next day. So, I feel your pain. I'm going to be going up with a bad ankle, and I don't care. As I put on a post yesterday, pain is your body's way of telling you you're still alive. When the pain stops, you're in trouble. So please, I urge you, I ask you politely, please get to that march on Saturday the 10th of June. It starts from the Charlton Public House, which is in Hendon Road, Sunderland. They're convening about 11ish. I think that's to chat and have a few beers. And they're leaving for a march at 1 o'clock. And they're going to march to a park now. I think it was going to be an Arizona nightclub, but I think they changed it to a park now. Let's, God forbid it's not typical English weather, because it will put people off, unfortunately. Especially up in Sunderland. Yeah, so they're leaving at 1 o'clock. So, if you're a couple of hours away, 3-4 hours away, if you just want to get there for the start of the march, you don't have to leave that early. It's not going to be too bad. Think of me, I'm going to be probably leaving at, well, I don't know, I'll probably about 10 o'clock in the morning as I'm staying overnight. I was going to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning if I was going to go the same day. But it is so important that these people don't get away with this. Because if they get away with it, what's it going to say to all the others? That brings me on to, have you seen that there's been another mass grooming rape gang going on? Again in Yorkshire. This time in Keighley. That is hard to say without teeth. Keighley. And they reckon it's about 179 people involved. You think how many kids that is. And that's just another one they found. And there will be 10 times, 20 times that amount that they haven't found yet. This is what they do. This is what Islam is. It's a paedophiliac ideology. They see no wrong in what they do. They should do. I don't care what you say, they should do. Anybody who looks at a 6-7-year-old girl knows that they are not ready to have any kind of sexual contact with a full-grown man. So there's no excuses. There's no, oh, it's my ideology. You're just animals. Any one of you that does this kind of vile act is an animal. And if we Britons get hold of you before the police do, you'll probably get treated like, no, but we're quite good to our animals. I'm an animal lover. I wouldn't hurt an animal. So no, you'll get treated like the vile piece of humanity that you are. Now finally, you're not going to like this bit. I'm not going to like this bit because it'll give me a headache. But after all these attacks, all these people murdered, all these girls raped, where the fuck are you? Why are you not out on your streets going absolutely fucking mental? Do you just come in from work, have your dinner, sit down, see, oh, another terrorist attack, load of Britons being killed, right, I'm off to bed reading my book. Is that what you do? It's crazy. Britain, you need to react. You need to do something positive, otherwise this will continue. Don't be frightened of those arsewipes Antifa. They're nothing. They're little pieces of shit that we will wipe off so quickly they won't even know they were born. Britain is dying at the moment, and Britain is dying because you're not doing anything about it. If you're doing something about it, fucking great. Get some more people, fucking bring them down, and get them to do something about it. I'm fucking doing something about it, and I expect you to. We are not a country of cowards. We never, ever have been. And if you are a slimy, snivelling little coward, then I would get out of this country and move over with those Muslims when we kick them out. Because we don't want you in our country. If you're disabled, you are infirm, or age has taken over you, I totally understand. Nobody is going to hold that against you. But a lot of the older people are the ones with the guts that are still going to come out. Talking to an acquaintance last night, I was saying about my ankle where I'm still going to be there if it kills me. And he's saying he's got both his knees are fucked, he can hardly walk, but he says, I'm fucking big up here and I can still thump a few people. And he's going to be there. What is wrong with you liberals? You, I want to tear you limb from limb. You have the audacity, I shall say that again because otherwise you pick up on it, won't you? You have the audacity to say that we rant. Why do we rant? Because you are so mindless, the frustration levels go off the wall. Look at Jeremy Corbyn, for God's sake, what is that man made of? He must have jelly running through his veins. An IRA sympathiser? I think you mean he was so scared of them he thought he'd better get in on their side so they didn't fucking blow his fucking beard off. How any of you could vote Labour, I don't get it. How could you vote for an IRA sympathiser to have a chance of being the head of this country? I don't want any of them, and a lot of people don't want any of them. We need to put someone who's in there for the people, not for the globalists. That will take some doing. That will take talking, intelligence and some physical force, I'm sure. But as people have pointed out to me, physical force alone, especially if it fails, will totally destroy any credibility that we have. I find that hard to take. I'm impatient, as you may have noticed. It's okay, I've calmed down now. I was right, I'll give myself a headache. And my gums are hurting again. You shut up, you. But I just don't get it. Any other country, the streets would be full. People wouldn't be going to work. They'd be saying to their boss, look boss, we need to be out here protesting against this. Showing that we're going to fight these evil animals or whoever's responsible for it. I don't like these awkward silences when I watch these videos back. It's when I stop and think about whether I'm saying too much or whether I'm saying the wrong thing. But there must be something you can do. Anything to stop what is happening to our country. Some of the strongest people I've come across, yet again, have been women. And when they say they'll be out there and they'll be doing whatever they can, I totally believe them. I think of the people that are likely to turn up to Sunderland on Saturday, of all the ones that I would believe in, probably be the women. Because I think men often talk the talk before they think. But sometimes they just say, yeah, I'm going to be there. And then when they think about it, they actually can't be there. There's something physically, work or something, stops them. But that doesn't help us. Anything where we ask people to come along. This isn't mine, this is nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to help get people along to the Justice for Chelsea. Let's get that straight. But I'm asking people to attend events. And it's the people who, I don't know what's worse, the people who say, yeah, maybe they can, when they know damn well they can't. It'd be a lot easier to say they couldn't. Or the people who say, yes, I'm going to, and then don't. They're probably equally as frustrated. As I said on a previous video, on the 1st of July, it is my intention for us to go to the East London Mosque in Tower Hamlets and to go there and let them know what we think of Islam and what they are trying to do to our country. It's not going there to attack all Muslims. It's going there to attack what the vile side of Islam is doing to Great Britain. And their mosques are promoting it, they are hiding it, they are bringing up the young people to be radical. So to go to a mosque is not like going to an English church and saying, we hate Christianity. No, we're going there because it's in these mosques that you are teaching the younger people the vile side of Islam. And you could change everything in these mosques, but you choose not to. You're very good at hiding it, I'll give you that. But I've seen one undercover film. That was actually in an Islamic school, not a mosque. And they were just teaching hate. Pure and utter hate against us, kuffars, infidels. Hell they got the nerve to call us names, I don't know. That's by the by. Right, Wellington looks like he's ready to attack something, so I think that might be a good place to end this video. Please like and subscribe. If you can help BritishWarriorWithin.com by joining, there is a £10 joining fee, but that is not compulsory. You do not have to pay that to join, but I would appreciate it if you did. If you can't join, or if you do join, there is a donate button. That is where you can pay your £10 as well. The donate button is a PayPal button. You can pay by PayPal if you've got PayPal, but it will also accept debit and credit cards. And you get a PayPal receipt for everything. And it is all insured by PayPal, like any kind of PayPal product is. So if you find out this is just one big con, you can get your money back. It's not, I promise you. But donations would be really greatly received at this moment in time, because we are moving forward now and trying to get things done, and this is when we will start incurring costs. When we start moving, when we start doing things. So please, if you can donate, please do. But I encourage you to join. The other group that you can join, which I'm also part of, is the Real Realist Party. It's actually a Facebook group. It's a Real Realist Party UK and AU. They've joined with Australian cousins. So if you go on there, get to know people, and you never know, you might find yourself somewhere else one day. But there you go. You've got two choices. You can join one, join the other, you can join both. One's a website, one's a Facebook site. Choice is yours. It's like a game show. Win-win. Okay. Finished. I shall possibly see you tomorrow. As the week goes on, I'm probably less likely to do videos because I'll be resting up to make sure that I'm fit enough to drive up to Sunderland on Saturday. But I can always use my phone, it's just not the best of videos. At least this pig's ear don't get in the way, do you? Eh? No. Right, okay. Any comments, feel free. Want to call me a see you next Tuesday, water off a duck's back. If you want to make some sensible comments, constructive comments, please do, I'd love to hear them. Any comments that I see, I try to answer. Sometimes I miss the comments, it's not intentional, I just miss them. But any comments that I see, I will respond to, if indeed they need a response. So I shall see you later. Please like this video and subscribe, because the more subscribers that I get, the more people I'm getting this message out to. Please share the video, I'd appreciate it if you do that, and let's fight this fight together, and we will win. There's no doubt, we will win. We just got to get up off our asses and do it now. See you later.